Via. I just want to give you a few quick tips on saving some money when cleaning brushes. Specifically, I work in oil paint, and that is like acrylics. You can actually clean your brushes with water, and you can clean them with dish soap and water. Oil paints you can supposedly clean with just dish soap and water, but you will find you're spending a lot of time cleaning your brushes. So I use turpenoid or mineral spirits, and the turpenoid is pretty much turpentine that's odorless. It's less dangerous in the air, and it doesn't make your house smell like turpentine. So the first thing you need is something to clean your brushes in. There are a couple of possibilities. This one is great. It has a screen inside for scraping all the paint off, and it also seals, so you can actually leave your turpenoid in for several days. However, it's very small. So if you're using bigger brushes, it can be a little too small, or you'll splash turpenoid everywhere. So I actually got the Bob Ross bucket. You can get whatever you want. The problem with the Bob Ross bucket is that it is plastic, so you really shouldn't leave it there overnight. If I could get one metal, that's what I would get. But it does come with this handy screen, and you always want a screen inside whatever you use to scrape the paint off. So that's what I have. You'll notice I just dripped turpenoid everywhere. That is because I have a roll of very cheap canvas that I roll out in my wherever I paint and roll back up when I'm done. So right off, let's say you have your favorite paintbrush and you're painting in burgundy, and then you want to go to white, but you really want to use your favorite paintbrush. So let's say I have all this burgundy paint. Actually, I have a lot of burgundy paint on this painting. On your paintbrush, the first thing you want to do is wipe the paint off. You can use a towel. The flaw with the towels is once they get a lot of paint on them, you're not going to be really happy. You can also use paper towels. What I do is I buy the kind that perforate into quarters. These are great for oil paints or for acrylics or for watercolors. So I can just keep using the same quarter for each of my things, each of my paintbrushes. So once you wipe the paint off, you'll scrape it across the screen in the bucket, and then you beat the devil out of it. So I have a nice big bucket to beat the devil out of it. But when I'm using my bigger brushes, even that's going to get turpentine everywhere. I actually use a Blue Apron box. It has one of these cool foil inserts that's waterproof. This is fantastic for me. Use whatever you like. A bucket, if you happen to be one of those people who has a cement floor, that's awesome for you. But I use this because then I can beat all of it off without getting it everywhere. And then clean off your brush really good. So now your brush is clean, but you have this bucket of turpenoid that is full of paint. What you do to make it last longer, every night when I'm done, I pour this off into a jar. So it'll be really, really cloudy, pour the whole thing in, but overnight, over like a day and maybe 2 days, all of the paint will settle to the bottom, and you'll have all of this clear turpenoid again. That is how you don't spend money buying tons and tons of this. You'll see I did this today. You can kind of see already how the paint is starting to settle to the bottom, and it's nice and clear, the top. So that's what you get. Jars are your friends. Pickle jars, label them. Another couple of quick tips. If you're looking for a cheap means to do palettes and you're having problems with having to scrape your palette all the time, freezer paper. Not very expensive, comes in 50-foot rolls. You can tape it to your surface and use it and then throw it away when you're done. I use the same one for like the same painting generally. So there you go. Last quick tip, paint clothes. Have sets of paint clothes that are dirty, that you don't mind getting dirty. Check your Goodwill stuff. So that's all for now. More tips later.